This is a hearing on the motion to modify, well, it's a child support review order that was done in the Attorney General's office. Which modified the prior order of child support in this case. Mr. Lara, you were the one that requested this hearing. You're not in agreement with the order that was proposed by the Attorney General?
Right. I was just not in agreement with one thing. Other than that, I don't have any problem.
What is the issue that you have, sir?
The issue is that I do live with my son, with my other children. I have another children other than my daughter, with Claudia. So I do live with her, with him, and I have the proof of living with him since many years. And that's all I want to.
How old is that?
He's 9.
9?
He's 9. Yes, sir.
And that's your child?
That's my son. Mm-hmm.
It's not a stepchild or anything else?
No, it's my son.
It's your own biological son? Okay.
Yes, it is.
And you're saying that that other child was not considered by the Attorney General when they said child support?
Yes, well, it was, but on the last mediation that we had, I did not want for Claudia Cortez to find out where I live for personal reasons, because she's not well, I have my reasons not to tell her.
Mr. Lara, the only issue before the court is the issue that you raised, that the AG did not consider another child in calculating the child support.
Yes, that's the only thing that I want, just for him to be credited to me.
And that other child is your child and lives with you in your home?
Yes.
Your Honor, the child actually does not live with him in his home. He hasn't been able to prove that the child lives with him in his home, and there's no current child support order or anything of that sort.
Okay, all right, well, that's gonna be, okay, well, that's gonna be the issue then at that point. I was just trying to figure out what the issue was with Mr. Lara concerning the child support review order. And if it's a matter of calculating the child support, let's go ahead and have a hearing on this case then. At this time, I'll go ahead and ask the parties to make an announcement. Ms. Kaplan, are you ready to proceed in this matter?
Yes, Your Honor. Lindsay Kaplan for the state, ready.
All right, and Ms. Valdez, you're representing Ms. Cortez. You all are ready to proceed in this matter?
Yes, we are, Your Honor.
Ms. Cortez, you're muted, so I need for you to unmute your device, please.
Yes.
And Mr. Lara, are you ready to proceed at this time, sir?
Yes, sir.
All right, I'm going to ask both parties to please raise your right hands so I can swear you both in. Do you and each of you solemnly swear or affirm that the testimony that you're about to give is the truth, the whole truth, and nothing but the truth, so help you God?
Yes.
Yes, sir.
Yes.
I need to have verbal response, please, not just a nod, okay?
Yes, Your Honor.
All right, thank you. Both parties answered in the affirmative. All right, Ms. Kaplan, since y'all presented this case, you presented the non-agreed child support review order. I'll ask you to present your case. As far as the modification of the prior order, that's the only issue before the court at this time.
Yes, Your Honor. The state requests that the court take judicial notice of the petition to confirm non-agreed child support review order that was filed with the court on or about April 8th of 2021.
Okay. Any objection, Ms. Yanez?
No objection, Your Honor.
No. I have Mr. Yanez, Ms. Valdez, no objection. All right, we'll take judicial notice that the Attorney General filed a proposed non-agreed child support review order on this case. Go ahead, Ms. Kaplan.
Thank you, Your Honor. The state calls Mr. Lara as a witness.
All right, go ahead. He's been sworn in.
Sir, what is your name?
Ismael Lara.
How many children do you have?
2.
Are those children biological or legally adopted children?
Biological children.
How many of those children live with you?
1.
What proof do you have that a child lives with you?
I have documentation with my name. I have my son's school documentation. His mom can also verify that I'm been living there for years. So I have any proof that you need, I can provide it.
Can you show that proof now, here, today?
Yes, I sent it by email last week when they requested the proof of verification of residence. I sent it to the email, including my case number. So if you don't have it in hand, I can go look for that email and resend it again.
Yes, if you could please.
To what email do I send it?
I'm putting my email in the chat, sir. It's Lindsay, Linsey, .Kaplan, Kaplan, at
Okay, if you can.
oag.texas, texas.gov, G-O-V. I'm putting it in the chat now.
Okay, let me copy it real quick and let me forward that email with the proofs.
And just to simplify things, Mr. Lara, I need to have the name of the child, the date of birth of the child. How old is that other child, Mr. Lara?
He's 9.
Okay, is he going to school?
Yes, he's going to school. And his name is Luca Lara, L-U-C-C-A. Yeah, L-U-C-C-A, and Lara, L-A-R-A.
And whatever proof of residence you have for Luca also should be included. And I need for you to also send it to counsel for Ms. Cortez, Ms. Alejandra Valdez.
I'm also typing my email in the chat, Your Honor.
Okay,
And there's the address right there, send it to.
got it.
While he's doing that, Ms. Kaplan, when was the prior order done in this case?
Your Honor, the prior order was done in 2018, Your Honor.
Okay.
Per page 2 of the child support review order, the order to be modified is the final order in suit affecting the parent-child relationship that was signed on or about March 13th of 2018, Your Honor.
2018. I'll look up that order on Odyssey.
I'm sorry, 2018.
2018. February?
March 13th, 2018.
Okay. Well, I see. Okay, let me see. Maybe this is it. This is a temporary order. It was entered on February 6, 2018. Let me see.
I do have a file stamped copy of the final order, Your Honor, if that would be helpful to the court.
Well, I signed that order on February the 6th. Was there another order, a final order?
Yes, Your Honor, there's a final order. I'm scrolling down to see when it was signed. The final order appears to have been signed by you March 13th of 2018, Your Honor, with a file stamp of March 13th, 2018 as well.
Okay. Well, for some reason, I don't see it on Odyssey. I don't see
In that case, Your Honor, the state offers the final order in suit affecting the parent-child relationship as State's Exhibit 1, Your Honor.
Okay, all right. I don't understand why that order is not in Odyssey. This is what I'm getting at. My question is that if it's March of 2018, did that order take into account the other child that Mr. Lara is claiming he has? Because the temporary order said only 20% of his income, only one child.
Yes, Your Honor. It appears that page 5 of that order did give credit for another child that is living with Mr. Lara, and his the child support percentage applied to his net was 17.5.
Okay. So that raises the question then is, in this proposed order that was done in the Attorney General's office, it only provided for one child before the court. Why was that the other child that Mr. Lara is claiming, which was included in the 2018 order, was not included in this order? So why was that other child not included in this new order or his new proposed order? You understand what I'm saying? If y'all did take into account his prior, in the prior order, this other child, why not, was that not included in this order?
That is a good question, Your Honor.
Okay, I would like to have a good answer.
May I continue my questioning of?
No, I want to find out why that child was not taken into account. If it was already taken into account previously, why wasn't it taken into account this time around in this proposed order?
Your Honor, I was not present at the child support review process conference. However, the proposed order does indicate that both parties were present via teleconference. So I'd like permission to question the parties as to what transpired during the conference regarding the questioning of additional children, if any questioning on that issue.
I can answer if you allow me to.
Go ahead, Ms. Kaplan, go ahead and answer the question. Ask a question then.
Yes.
I just don't understand.
Mr. Lara, you appeared at the child support review process conference, correct?
Correct.
Via teleconference, correct?
That is correct.
Okay, Ms. Kaplan, you're talking about the proposed order, right?
Yes. Were you asked how many children you have?
Yes.
And what was your response at the conference?
I responded that I had 2 kids, 2 children.
Do you know why your other child was not taken into consideration in the proposed order?
Yes, because when I provided my address, I didn't want for Claudia to know where I live. And then she stated that I don't live with my son.
Okay, hold
and
on,
the
Mr.
person
Lara. Mr. Lara, hold on. When somebody's raising an objection, you need to hold on so I can hear what the objection is. Ms. Valdez, what is the objection?
It's irresponsive, Your Honor. He's not answering the question.
Okay, all right. Just answer the question that's being asked, Mr. Lara. Don't volunteer any other information.
Okay. Yes, I did
Kaplan,
mention that I live with. I did mention that I live with
Mr.
my
Lara,
son.
you keep talking. I'm telling you, don't talk anymore. Okay. If for a question to be asked, then you can answer. Okay, and answer only the question that's being asked. Ms. Kaplan, go ahead and state the question again.
Do you know why your other child was not listed in the proposed order?
Yes, I know why.
What is that? What is the reason for that?
Because the other parent, Claudia, that she stated that I don't live with my son. That's all.
Can I speak, sir?
Okay. No, ma'am, not at this time. You'll be given an opportunity, ma'am.
Okay.
Okay, Ms. Kaplan.
Did you provide proof at the conference that your child does in fact live with you?
I did not. I was not requested.
No further questions for this witness. Pass the witness.
Okay, well, Ms. Kaplan, my question still remains. Why in the 2018 order were 2 children considered? In this new proposed order, only 1 child was considered.
Your Honor, per Mr. Lara's testimony, Ms. Cortez disputed the fact that the child lived with him.
Okay, but isn't the fact that a 2018 order is a final order, and that did confirm that he has another child?
Yes, Your Honor, but
Does
children
this-
move.
Did this second child just mysteriously disappear?
No, Your Honor, but sometimes children move with the other parent or.
It doesn't matter, Ms. Kaplan. If he has other children under the family code, the other children have to be considered.
Yes, Your Honor.
I mean, like, I'm still waiting for a satisfactory answer as to why in this new order, proposed order, is not a final order. This proposed order, only 1 child was considered, not the other child that was previously considered in the previous court order, which is a final order adjudication that he has another child.
If you let me answer, sir, I can.
Okay, ma'am, I'll wait for your attorney to ask you a question, ma'am.
Okay.
Kaplan, anything else?
The state would like to call Ms. Cortez, please, Your Honor.
Okay, well, hold on a second. I'm going to ask Ms. Valdez if she has any questions for Mr. Lara.
I do, Your Honor.
Okay, go ahead, Ms. Lara. Ms. Valdez, go ahead.
Yes. Mr. Lara, you claim that this other child, Luca Lara, lives with you, right?
Yes.
Okay. What school does Luca Lara attend?
Harmony School of Excellence.
Did you provide any school records for Luca?
Yes. Well, I didn't provide to them, but I can provide them. They never asked for them before.
You provided a proof of insurance, of car insurance that you have. Do you think that's sufficient proof to prove that Luca lives with you?
I can provide all documentation you want, but that's the only thing that I have on my.
Mr. Lara, I'm asking you if you think that's enough to prove that Luca lives with you. Car insurance.
Yes, that should be enough.
So you have car
With
insurance.
including the same address, yes.
Do you have car insurance with Luca's mother?
Yes, it's together. We also have a bank account together.
Do you guys reside together?
Yes,
Are you married?
yes.
When did you get married to Luca's mother?
2012, January 2012.
And you got deported.
I can provide that data as well if you need it.
So let me understand. So Luca's 9
Yes,
and he didn't reside with you in 2018 when the last order was implemented?
he was residing with me.
So why did you not argue with the court that this child was residing with you?
He was already living with me
Do you know why the court didn't consider him in setting child support?
because he lived with me. That's why I'm not paying child support for him.
That wasn't my question, sir. In this case that we have before us today, the 2018 order, Luca wasn't considering in establishing child support. Do you know why that was?
That's Ms. Valdez, that's a misstatement. I'm looking at the order in 2018, and it did take into account the other child.
They did. So which order, I'm sorry, Your Honor, and I don't have the orders. Which order is it where he wasn't taken into account?
I'm saying that he was taken into account. Let me look at the order. I have it now, March 2018. And on page 6 of the order, the findings, child support findings page, found his net resources, $1,378.54. The percentage under the family code is 17.5%. That percentage takes into account 1 child before the court and another child. Instead of 20%, it's 17.5 as provided in the family code. It's clearly
Okay.
stated on page 6 of the 2018 court order.
Ms. Kaplan, do you think you could send to me that order, please?
Yes, Ms. Valdez. I just now emailed it to you, both orders, the proposed child support review process conference order, as well as the final 2018 order. I just emailed it. Let me see. It went through.
You have to consider the other child in this new proposed order. If it was considered in the 2018 order, why wasn't it considered on the 2021 order? That's what I don't understand. That's my question to the AG, since they're the ones that prepared this order.
Yes, Your Honor, and I misunderstood the dates, but that's my same question, why this child wasn't considered in the proposed order, but he was considered in the previous order.
Waiting for a satisfactory answer from the Attorney General, because my inclination at this point is to consider that other child and set child support in this new order at 17.5% as provided for in the Texas Family Code. You're still working at the same place, Mr. Lara?
Yes, sir.
Is your income still the same?
Yes, I provided the last 3 months of check stubs to the same email.
Okay, according to the order that was provided by the Attorney General on this new modification, your gross income was $3,941.69. Is that still your income?
Yes, it's still. Mhm.
Okay. Run the numbers, Ms. Kaplan. Set it at 17.5%.
Yes, Your Honor. It would be 548 in child support, Your Honor.
548.
Yes, Your Honor.
And how about the medical support? Who has the child covered on health insurance on this one?
I am paying the insurance as well. Well, I'm paying an amount so she can have Medicaid.
The medical support was set at 177 in this new order. Okay. Kaplan, run the numbers and see what the medical support should be.
Yes, Your Honor.
So child support taking into account your other child would be 548 and not the $626.
Your Honor, the 177 medical support was assessed at 4.5% of gross. The new child support amount would be 548.
Okay, well, who was to provide the health insurance for the child in this case?
Government insurance.
Okay. So, okay, tell me again, what would be the medical support for this child through the government?
177, Your Honor, because 9% of gross is 355. Half of that, 4.5% of gross, taking into account his other child, is 177, Your Honor, as listed in the proposed order.
Mr. Lara, is your other child covered on health insurance? And if so, how is that child covered?
He is covered through government as well.
Okay, wouldn't that amount be prorated then, Ms. Kaplan?
Your Honor, the medical support amount that's listed in the proposed order is already a prorated amount, prorated at 4.5% of gross. However, if Your Honor wishes, I can prorate the 177 further.
No, I'm just saying that doesn't the family code provide that if children are covered on Medicaid or CHIP or whatever government insurance, doesn't that prorate the medical support?
Yes, Your Honor.
Okay.
Respectfully, the gross monthly resources of Mr. Lara is $39 $41.69.
We covered that.
9% of his gross monthly resources is $355. 4.5% or half of that, a prorated amount of $355, half of $355 is $177, Your Honor.
Okay.
So
that was my question,
Ms.
Ms. Kaplan. I asked you, was the 177 prorated? And you said it wasn't. So it's prorated. 177 is the medical support, and $548 is the child support amount.
My apologies, Your Honor, for the miscommunication.
Is that correct? The 548 is what the child support amount should be, taking into account his other children, his other child, and also taking into account the medical support.
Yes, Your Honor.
Okay. So a little bit of a difference, Mr. Lara. They have proposed $626. Now that they're taking into account your other child is $548.
Great.
Unless there's an objection, that's what the court will amend the proposed order in that amount.
Sorry, I was muted. We were going to actually ask the court if they could deviate from the child support guidelines, considering that Mr. Lara has very little access and possession of the child. He doesn't exercise his access or possession. He doesn't see the child on Thursdays or Fridays. So my client has extra expenses because she has the child most of the time.
Well, in that case, you can always modify the visitation schedule. I'm not going to deviate from the guidelines. It is what it is, and that's what the amount should be. Should have been $548 and child support, and $177 on the medical support.
Excuse me, sir, can I speak? I don't think that we have to modify the order. Why should I modify the order if he doesn't even attend the hours right now? So the days that he have to do.
Talk to your attorney about that, ma'am.
I can talk to you about that after the hearing.
Okay.
I'm sorry, what?
I'm just letting her know that I can talk to her about that after the hearing.
Yeah, you can always modify any portion of this final order that was done in March can be modified. If there's a problem with the visitation schedule, or maybe now that they have, now that the child has health insurance through a source other than to the government, that can also be modified. Any modifications can be made, but that requires some sort of a motion to be filed.
Okay.
The only thing before the court today is whether or not this child support review alert that proposed by the Attorney General should be modified, which I have determined it should have been modified, should be modified. Let me see. What was the start date for the modification amounts, Ms. Kaplan?
Yes, Your Honor. The start dates were May 1st of 2021, Your Honor.
Okay, well, we'll keep the same start date for this modification. I'm not changing, so this new amount commences on May 1. Yes, likewise, the medical support, that didn't change, so that stays 177 also commencing on May 1. Okay. Is there anything else?
Permission to question Ms. Valdez regarding order submission?
Yes.
Okay, go ahead. I mean, this is on the record, so go ahead, Ms. Kaplan.
Thank you. Ma'am, would you like an opportunity to review and sign off on the order prior to its submission to the court, or are you okay with me presenting it to the court as rendered by the court?
You can present it to the court.
Thank you.
And Mr. Lara, are you also okay with Ms. Kaplan submitting an order to me directly, or do you want a chance to review it before I sign it?
Yes, I would like to review it.
Okay, all right. In that case, since he wants to review it, I will ask Ms. Kaplan to send it to Ms. Valdez as well, so that she can review it and sign off on it, and Mr. Lara can review and sign it. Okay, and I'll set an entry of judgment. That's when I want the order to be tendered to the court by next Friday, which is June the 4th. Okay. Entry of judgment June 4. Ms. Kaplan will submit the order to the parties for their signature, for their review and signature. Okay.
Okay.
Anything else? No. Okay.